everyone, it's Mithril and welcome back to my journey of learning how to draw. As you all know, I recently graduated from the University of Texas at Austin with my math degree and a minor in computer science. The math degree is because I was planning on finding an actuarial job after I graduated. However, I've been working throughout the fall semester at an internship doing iOS app development, and I'll be continuing that into the spring. By working at my internship part-time, I'll be able to make enough to pay all my bills for now. And using this opportunity and time, I wanted to reward myself with a sort of gap semester after my graduation before I actually have to go out into the real world and get a real job. During this gap semester, I'm planning on dedicating my time to doing YouTube and learning art hardcore. As part of that, I'd like to utilize my time doing an art class or two while I still have the flexibility in my schedule to do so. So I've been poking around the internet for cool classes I might be able to take during this semester for me. I'm hoping that by going through all of them here in this video, it'll be easier for me to choose which one to do, as well as introduce you guys to some options that you might not have heard of before. And for those of you who have taken online or in-person art classes and would like to contribute your insights, please leave them in the comments because I don't have personal experience with any of these, and it would be great to hear some testimonials. Anyways, let's get started. So where I got most of these online art schools and classes is from this article from ImagineFX, 10 incredible online art schools. So the first school on the list is Schoolism, founded by Bobby Chu. So it looks like their business model is that you can access all the courses for $30 a month or $300 a year. Right now they're having a sale that ends on January 16th if anyone's interested, where you get like $100 off their yearly subscription. This looks interesting and I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's just the thing is I'm looking for like more of a personalized art class, and this is like pre-recorded lessons that you get to learn from, and there seems to be like lectures along with exercises, which sounds really cool, but like I feel like overall in this time period, I'm really looking for someone to keep me personally accountable, like a regular meeting class or one-on-one mentorship with someone. And also, these all look way too advanced for me. It seems like they do have critique sessions where you can get one-on-one feedback. However, they are expensive, and it seems like they don't have any available classes for most of them. So even if I did find one that I wanted to take, like these courses look really cool and really gorgeous. And it seems like, you know, for this class, there's the April 6th session open, but it doesn't really tell me like how often the meetings are, what the critique sessions are actually like, or anything like that, or when it would happen. And it just doesn't seem like what I'm really looking for. Maybe it's like super great and they just don't have a great way of portraying that on their website. But looking at it as someone who has never experienced their courses, they seem too advanced for where I am. And if I'm looking for that one-on-one feedback, they don't really make it clear like how much I would get or when I would get it or anything like that just from the website here. So moving on to Smart School. I have no idea how to say it. Do I say Smart School, Smart Art School, the Smarter Art School? I have no idea. Anyways, this is the thing that I think I wanted to do most for a long time as I was looking through these. First of all, it's founded by Leveille-Guay. And if you don't know Magic the Gathering, she is like one of the most iconic Magic the Gathering card artists. So I was really excited to see that she teaches art classes online. Oh my god. So these really are based on like live instruction, one-on-one feedback, weekly check-ins, which I'm super interested in. Like none of the lectures are even recorded. They're all done live every week, and if you miss one, then you just miss that class. So basically they're like interactive online mentorships. And here's the one with Leveille-Guay, a focus in contemporary figurative work, primarily for gallery. It seems like they meet weekly for 14 weeks, for 3 hours a week, and they all have some sort of guest lecturer. These are the super cool ones that I do not feel ready for. And here at the bottom, here's the beginner classes that if I were to choose this is what I would be taking. They have the Figure Bootcamp and Beginning Illustration, which I think you're supposed to take these two before you take the other ones if you want to be super ready. They don't actually prevent you from taking the higher level ones if you want to, but I mean, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot by signing up for something I'm not ready for. These beginner classes are 8 students large, and like the more advanced ones are $2,500 each. The beginner ones are a bit cheaper at $1,500 and $1,595. And if you enroll in one of these beginner classes, you can watch the lectures for one of the advanced ones. Like, you won't get to interact or have your art critiqued by the advanced classes teachers, but you get to watch it. And I think it would be super cool, and I'm really glad that they offer that. So basically, I'd be able to take like a beginner class and also see what Leveille-Guay has to say. And they also offer this non-interactive observe-only mode for $395. And you get to watch any of the other classes. You just don't get to participate or get your art critiqued or anything. So then I feel like this just goes back to like any of the other art courses out there that are pre-recorded, except it's less flexible than a pre-recorded class, because if you miss it, then you miss it because they don't actually record it. So I don't know, maybe this is great enough that it's worth like getting there at the class time every week, even if you don't get to participate, but who knows? But I'm really interested in trying this one out. Moving on, we have CG Master Academy. I don't really know that much about this actually, but I know a lot of people really stand by it and really love it. So let's look through their courses. I guess where I would be is Foundation in Design because I'm a beginner. So it looks like if you want to go through their full program, it would be 18 months, $6,000 to $10,000. I can't really make that kind of commitment, but if I can take like one class, I feel like I would have time for that. So the time period that I would be looking at here is the winter semester from January 25th to April 4th. So I guess I would start here in the Absolute Beginners. So here is their 8-week Absolute Beginners course. It looks like the goal is to develop a strong art foundation. The lectures are pre-recorded and you get feedback as recordings. Assignments are due each week. Expect to spend 8 to 10 hours a week viewing lectures, Q&A, and assignments. So here's a syllabus. Introduction, basic shapes and proportions, basic forms, basic lighting, thumbnails and simple values, composition, basic tools, style, introduction on recognizing elements of design, learning from masters, and growing as an artist. That sounds pretty interesting. So it looks like there's 2 instructors. One of them is available, the other one is not. So it looks like I have some time to register, but I don't really know how many spots are available on this. Like, I see that one of them is already full, and I don't know how worried I should be about getting a spot in the other class. I feel like it might be a good idea to like sort of show how many spots there are available. It looks like it's $699 for this 8-week class. So it looks like the lectures are pre-recorded, but you get to ask questions live once a week, and you get like an individual video back critiquing your assignments. That's pretty interesting. I mean, if anyone's taken any of these classes, I'd be interested in hearing your experience. This does seem very expensive, $700 for like 2 months of classes, and they're not live, but they are critiqued by people in industry who have a lot of experience. I don't know, when I first saw this, I wasn't that interested in looking further into it, but now that I've seen like the syllabus and like exactly what's in the class, I'm a bit more interested. Let's move on to Leveille-Guay Academy. Okay, I remember looking at this now. I remember this river cruise sketching workshop, which I thought was hilarious. Like, I would love to do this. If anyone has like $3,200 to spare, let me join Glenn on a Danube river cruise through Southern Europe. Anyway, let's look at the courses that he has available. Cool, I like drawing essentials. Wow, that's really expensive. It's $600. So it says it starts January 6th, 2020. So I guess, is it a live class? I thought these were like all pre-recorded. Let's see. This course covers the use of materials as well as essential skills needed as a prelude to figure drawing, which Glenn learned at the beginning of his artistic training. Okay. So here's an outline. So this is a 6-week class. This is even shorter than the CG Masters Academy one. It doesn't really explain anything. Why does it start on January 6th? Are these not pre-recorded? I guess I'll have to watch this video and see. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. So I've watched the video and now I understand the course a bit better. So it's a 6-week course. There's videos, lectures, and you also get assignments. You download the assignment, you do the assignment, you upload it. He gives you critique, I guess in a video maybe, and he does a draw over, and you also get access to the community forums. You can look at everyone else's work and like trade critiques and stuff. That's a bit cooler now that I understand what you get with the course. And this is like a 15-minute long video, and he spends 10 minutes begging people to please take this course before trying to do anything more advanced, because he's seen artists who come in who don't know how to hold a pencil or what kind of paper to use, even though they've been doing art for years. I get it. Like, I'm not gonna get too cocky for my britches or whatever. If I were to take a course, I would, start with this Drawing Essentials course. I mean, that is a lot of money. $600 for 6 weeks, that's like $100 a week for the curriculum. But I mean, I do trust Glenn Villepeu, because, he's art royalty, he's famous, and a lot of people swear by his stuff. I didn't really think about this. I don't think I even looked at this before I started filming this video, but now, it seems pretty interesting. But it would only be, 6 weeks, so that's a month and a half, and then I would have the rest of the semester to take a different class, maybe do a self-study one, or just work on my art. I don't know, whether that's good or bad, whether I want to take a full semester of classes or maybe a shorter one and then self-study. I don't know, I guess I'll think about it. So let's move on to LearnSquared. I never heard about this before coming to this article. So as LearnSquared co-founder Andrew Haraluk explains, the core concept we hope to get across to our students and the artistic community at large is that everybody has to start somewhere. The skills you'd learn from these other new fields of art might benefit your main artistic endeavors in ways you would have never previously imagined. So it looks like these are also pre-recorded lessons. Oh, and looks like there's a Twitch channel. So let's look at the courses. Let's look at some beginner's course. So it looks like this is the most basic one, I guess. Learn how to sketch anything. Sketching natural environments, sketching hard surface environments, designing a complex scene. That doesn't really sound like anything, but it seems interesting. So to get this course, it would be $249. Just for the pre-recorded content. I think I joined the mentorship waiting list and I haven't really heard anything back. So I guess this doesn't seem like the place for me, because I am looking for one-on-one help with my art. And I guess that can be in the form of a Q&A session or one-on-one critique where I can ask questions. I feel like that's something that's missing in the Villepeu course as well. It looks like there isn't really a space to ask for clarification or questions. You just send in your assignment and you get back the critique. I guess there's the forums where you can ask other students, but I'm looking for a professor, a teacher that I can really just think out loud to and get their feedback. Okay, so number 6 is Noman, which is an art college in California. So they have these individual courses, they're a college. You can go and actually get a degree from their campus in California. And they also have individual classes that you can go attend, not for a particular degree if you just want to learn things. And they have online courses where you don't have to go onto the campus. However, I won't be able to take it because I don't live in California and I don't live outside of the United States. So this isn't really even an option for me. But it would be an option for a lot of people that watch me, because I know you don't live in the US. And plus, the subject material doesn't look like what I would be interested in. At this point, I'm more looking at the basics of drawing, and it looks like they have 3D, digital sculpting, Maya, and stuff like that. So it's not really what I'm looking for anyways, but it's interesting. Let's take a look at how much this costs. So $1,323 for 10 weeks. It's a 3-hour class, meeting once a week on Sundays. So it seems to be about in line with the other 3-hour, once a week online classes I've looked at. So moving on, let's look at Control Paint. All I know about them is that they have a free digital painting course, which is really interesting. Let's look at the store. So we have the foundation classes. Let's see how these work. So this looks like what? It's like 68 minutes of lecture for $10. That's interesting, but not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like one-on-one mentorship. Can I find that anywhere? Yeah, I don't think so. However, if you are looking for like a free place to learn digital painting, they have so much cool stuff, starting with drawing basics and proportion and stuff like that. So definitely give this a try if you're interested in this. And then number 9, we have Gumroad. I don't know if I really say I recommend it as like an art school, but there's definitely good stuff on here. Like I've tried out 3 Gumroad courses so far. If you want to check out my reviews of those, I'll leave a card right here. Speaking of Gumroad, I've looked more into the Vohlandck Understanding Drawing course, and I am super interested in doing it. It's like $60, but I've watched his videos, like about an hour's worth of the courses that he's like uploaded onto YouTube, and I feel like he really speaks to me and what I want out of a course. Like this isn't really a course where it teaches you how to draw. It's more like he walks through like the bigger picture of what drawing is. Like I remember one particular thing he said was, like when you're starting off drawing, you feel like, oh, I don't know how to do this, so I should practice doing this a lot. Like drawing a particular thing, or you're like, I want to draw straight lines, so you spend like a year learning to draw straight lines or whatever. You disappear into your rabbit hole and you only see like what you're trying to study at the time. And then you emerge and you realize like there's all these other rabbit holes that you could be studying, but you don't know what's important and what leads to something else and whatever. And so this is his way of laying out like the framework of what drawing is and how to learn it. I don't know. I'm really bad at explaining this. You should totally watch his videos on his channel. He's so inspirational and cool. Like he started learning to draw by himself from scratch at the age of 25, and now he's like freaking amazing. And reading these reviews, like I really want to take this. I don't know. Do you guys ever like feel that feeling like you want to have the right class and you're afraid of messing up and like wasting your time on something that didn't really matter in the end? Well, this feels like the remedy to that. And I know it's just, I feel like I'm saying this is another thing I need before I can really learn how to draw. But he says like using this, I'm not really sure like what the actual like videos in the lessons will be like, but he says that he'll teach you how to spot whether or not a particular course will help you the most at your current step on the journey to learning to draw. Like these reviews sound really cool. Like this one. This series of short lectures will detail how to best structure your art practice from an overall/big picture standpoint. Very much worth the money if you feel overwhelmed trying to figure out what overarching concepts you should be trying to improve upon. Its greatest impact may be in its usefulness to determine where your skill set is lacking the most and ultimately holding you back from achieving your goals. Vohlandck will not deliver you any magic silver bullets here, only heartfelt truth grounded in over half a decade's worth of experience teaching himself how to make concept-grade art and the assumption that you will practice what he'll teach. First things first, these lectures are not a step-by-step guide detailing every exercise you'll need to become the next great artist. Vohlandck does not suggest a practice schedule for you, although he does talk a little bit about it in the final lecture. He will not reveal to you any secrets that will cure your crippling procrastination issues. He has other videos about these topics on his YouTube channel. What he will deliver is a clearly defined idea of the concepts that are necessary to practice in order to progress as an artist. Most valuably, Vohlandck shares a unique skills hierarchy that is very helpful in determining where your own practice needs to be shored up. If you are starting out as a complete beginner, this series is a great primer to help you understand what skills you should be spending your time on to ensure you have a healthy foundation that will support the advanced skills that we all dream about when we first grab pencil and paper with wild ideas in mind. Folks with more developed skill sets can also benefit from Vohlandck's organizational system, as they will encourage a more non-traditional way of thinking about drawing as an approach to understanding the world around us. Really, everyone can benefit from the skills hierarchy that he explains in depth in this series. Doesn't that sound awesome? So I'm like really tempted to actually get this and start going through it a bit before I decide like which class or course I want to take, because it seems like I don't know, like it feels like something that'll help me make the right choice, even though I feel like I'm falling back into the trap where I feel like I need something before I get started. I don't know, please help me. Anyways, it seems like I don't have to sign up for most of these courses until January or the middle of January anyways, so if I do get this now, I will have time to think about it and ruminate on some of these other courses before I have to sign up for them. Okay, so I just wanted to go through a few other things I was thinking of. So another thing I could do is go to my local community college's drawing classes. I feel like this might be a good idea because I feel like I will be more accountable if I feel like I have to like show up in person every week. And plus, there will be like, you know, a real life teacher standing there that I can ask questions to, and I can make local friends who are into drawing, which will be really cool. I feel like having this whole thing online has isolated me a bit because in order to spend the time I need practicing art and making these videos, it means I'm sort of shutting myself away from the world and not really hanging out with friends or making any new friends where I live. So it might be good to just like, you know, go outside and meet people. And plus, I've heard from local artists that the Austin Community College classes are really good. So I'm here on the course catalog search. I've put in the spring semester in art, visual and performing arts, graphics, graphic design, and commercial art, and Japanese. If I can find a cool Japanese class, maybe that would be good too. And oh yeah, I'm like in district here, so that means this will cost me $85 per credit hour. So for like a 3 credit hour class, that's only about $240 for the whole semester, which will be definitely the cheapest by far out of all of these like one-on-one mentorships. I mean, it won't really be a one-on-one, but like none of the other ones are one-on-one either. It's always like a small group. And plus, I feel like I'll have way more access to the teacher and way more personalized instruction going to like a physical community college class than any of these online ones. Okay, so these are all the classes that are at the campus that is closest to me. I'm not very interested in art history or art appreciation. I feel like drawing one would be the one that I go for, probably. So it looks like they have something like Tuesday, Thursday from 10 to 12:40 p.m. Wow, these are all waitlisted. So I might want to get on the waitlist soon if I really decide to take one of these classes. And it looks like all of these require drawing 1. Okay, so 1316 is drawing 1 and 1311 and 1312 are design 1 and 2. Looks like painting 1 requires drawing 1. Life drawing 1 requires drawing 1. I've actually taken a drawing 1 class at a previous university, so I might be able to transfer that credit here and take life drawing or painting. Life drawing does look really cool. Detailed study of the human form, emphasis on rendering, mood, expression, and skeletal and muscular structure. It looks like it meets Tuesday, Thursday, 6 to 8:40. And that would be pretty cool, so it wouldn't even conflict with my work schedule. I would just have to be out kind of late. It runs from January 21st to May 17th. So what I'm hearing is that is a lot of drawing and a lot of art instruction in something that I want to do for only like $240. So I think I might lean more into just the community college route. It's definitely the cheapest out of any of these options, and I would get to talk with someone face to face, and I would get to meet friends, and I feel like that might be cool. So we have other things like printmaking, ceramics, digital art. This seems cool. A studio art course that explores the potential of the computer hardware and software medium for their visual, conceptual, and practical uses in visual arts may be substituted for Design 1 for the associate's degree in art. Huh. That sounds pretty interesting. There's a lot of sections of this class available. There's photography, watercolor painting. That sounds pretty cool too. Okay, it looks like those are all the classes that are at this campus. So let's look at all the online classes there are. So it seems like that's like art appreciation, art history, digital imaging. Whoa, this looks really cool. digital imaging using raster image editing and/or image creation software, scanning, resolution, file formats, output devices, color systems, and image acquisitions. A solid introduction to Adobe Photoshop with specific attention to practical applications of digital imaging to include preparing images for print, halftone theory, and web output. Gain proficiency with panels, selections, layers, masks, image editing, and painting. It's not very clear on what times the classes are. It just says distance learning. What time are the lectures? Are there no lectures? What's going on? I have no idea how this works. Okay, so this campus is further away from me, but I guess I'm willing to go if I must. Okay, this looks cool. Draw animation, storyboarding. Okay, here. A foundation course for the animation student aimed at developing the drawing skill sets particular to the use of animation, 2D and 3D. This course includes the study of human anatomy and traditional life drawing from undraped models. Okay, that sounds dope. Digital painting background. Sounds dope. Basic animation. Okay, there's a lot of prerequisites for all these courses. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay, game animation. Wow, there's like a lot of classes. This really makes me want to just like get another degree. Okay, aha! Japanese 1. It's a 4-credit-hour class. Study of fundamentals of Japanese, conversation, basic writing, listening and reading comprehension, vocabulary building, grammar, and culture. This course fosters understanding of Japanese-speaking people through cultural comparison and development of written and spoken communication. It's Monday, Wednesday, 3 to 4:50. So this class is 4 hours a week, but it is at the further away campus. So I don't know if I really want to drive like 20 minutes back and forth twice a week to take this class. But it looks really cool though. Oh my god, I really want to take it. Okay, so something else I wanted to mention is the continuing education part of my community college. They offer a ton of like random cool classes in stuff, and I had no idea this was even a thing. Like, these are not for a degree or anything, and anyone can just pay the money and sign up and take them. For example, they have like this Institute of Language and Culture where they have a bunch of, I guess, language courses. Here's conversational Japanese. It's on Sundays from 2 to 4, and it's like $121. Oh, there's only like one student registered so far. But I guess you get a lot of individual attention. And here under personal enrichment, they have like make social media work for your business. And it's like one lecture on April 28th from 6 to 9 p.m. I guess. $31 and you can see how to use Facebook and eBay and Etsy and LinkedIn. Yeah. I feel like that's so random. And then there's the art of selling your art, which is another one lecture class on January 29th from 6 to 9 p.m. $31 and you get to see how you can do sales and marketing and stuff for your art business. I might go. That sounds really cool, actually. And there's like Writing and Fine Arts Academy, beginning creative writing, basic writing skills. Look at this. Introduction to Comparative Religion, Introduction to Philosophy. This is for a few months, $256. Look at that. You can even get like an introduction to welding for $121. It's like, what? 2 lectures over the course of 2 weeks. This is so random. These like class times and class lengths are all over the place. But look at that. There's a cheese making class on Pioneer Farms for like 4 hours. You can go make cheese for $66, but you can't actually eat the cheese because health department. Anyway, so I had no idea about any of this, so I encourage you to go look at your local community college and see what kind of classes they are offering for continuing education. Yeah, there's like health science, business, trades stuff, and technical skills and all sorts of stuff. And it seems really cool. I had no idea. I guess I could have been taking classes here this whole time, but I kind of looked down on it because, ugh, community college. Now I feel like I'm over it. I want to just learn all of the things. Cool, so I feel like that was a pretty good overview of a lot of the options I have in front of me and potential classes that you guys might look into. Again, if any of you have experience with any of these, please let me know. If it's like amazing and really good and their website and stuff doesn't really do it justice, please explain to me. I really want to find something that's worthy of my time, something that's good for my skill level, and somewhere where I can ask questions and get one-on-one feedback and critique and stuff, because I feel like that's really important and it's been hard for me to find. I haven't really gotten like a true critique at all on my work up until this point. I'm kind of leaning toward just going to my local community college because of all the benefits and the money savings, but something like Smart Art School really calls to me. Plus, if I do get a job somewhere across the country, if I sign up for an online class that meets in the evenings or on the weekends, then I'll be able to keep attending even if I have to move for a job. And I can't do that if I choose to go to the local community college. Anyways, please help me make my decision. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Remember that talent is a myth. Now, get back to work.